better.
This might look a little scary, but it's gonna make sense. I promise, it's gonna make sense. Essentially, what we're looking at is a lead vocal from Pink Flow, a lead vocal for Young Dime, and the complementary tracks, which are a few freezes, reverses, ad-libs that I panned left and right, that they exist in the same nest, in the same group, and a few harmonies. Now, as you can see, I have a set of harmonies. Now, this is a dead track. We don't really need to have. And a few extras, mostly FX and additives on the final vocal. So let's go over the first vocal, which is Pink Flow.
Candy. Night I'm on my biter like a spider.
So this is where all the sauce is coming from. Let's audition the acapella first. You're gonna hear the processed vocal and the ad-libs together.
Night I'm on my biter like a spider. Started like your fire, set that door on fire. Call my bluff and liar. Lips so sweet like I Lexi booty louder, Lexi flexing diamond. Hey, shout out DJ Silence, mixing it with Hennessy. I'ma snatch it pirate, coming out of styling. Get this pussy smiling, get this pussy riding. Lexi got me hyping, it's you like a muffin. Yeah. I'm copying, I'm pacing, I'm waiting for Lexi to give me the check. Give me the check. Give me the check. Give me the check. I'm copying, I'm pacing, I'm waiting for Lexi to give me the check. 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 How many bitches taking a picture? Hop in the DMs like that. Hop in the DMs like that. Hop in the DMs like that. She working Vivi. Call me Habib. When I bite at your neck.
Check, check. Diamonds glisten on her throat, gotta check, check. Lexus rolling, Lexus cold, gotta check, check. Ballin' up a echelon, gotta check, check. Payment through the fucking flu, gotta check.
Get a bottle in a minute.
And that was the acapella of the vocal. Now I'm gonna go over the basics of what I did to make it sound like that and fit it right into this mix. Also, I'm gonna give you a few tips on mixing vocals for hip hop music that you're gonna use for any style of music. So let me get rid of a few effects here. Essentially, a vocal in almost any case of modern music is gonna need a lot of compression, a few EQ moves, and a lot of effects, a lot of reverb, a lot of delay, maybe some chorus. I like to put chorus on the high ends of female voices. Now, in this case, it's completely out of chorus. We didn't need any of that. And I'm gonna go over the basics. First,
Night I'm on my bite.
Let's audition a little bit of the raw vocal here.
How many bitches taking a picture? Hop in the DMs like that. Hop in the DMs like that.
I'm also gonna solo the vocal.
Lamborghini game on the highway. I put stacks all on the back and she riding. Everybody know what she poppin'. Never do nothing for no nothing.
So the first plugin that I used is an emulation of a Class A equalizer, and I used it to boost it around 16,000 hertz. I gave a little bit of a gain and a little bit of the color of the analog gear. And before it,
Lamborghini game on the highway. I put stacks all on the back and she riding.
and with it.
Lamborghini game on the highway. I put stacks all on the back and she riding.
Now, this happens because the compressors after it are going to boost this specific frequency more than the rest. It's not the recording was lacking clarity on the 15,000 hertz. Is that I personally like to boost it before the compression, so the compressors are going to hear more of that frequency, therefore compress it more heavily. Next, I use the border to get rid of a low end up to around 116, which is fairly low for hip hop music. You might find yourself cutting up to 200 hertz after compression, or even 250 before compression. And this happens because the compressor is going to compress your signal so much. So if you cut it before the compression, you're going to find yourself needing even more bandwidth to be reduced after it. So depending on the situation, you might want to cut before or after the compressors. Up next, I use the RVox compressor because I find really handy that there is a gate as well. And because the recording was so fast and the takes were really quick, everything needed to happen on the fly. I didn't have the time to edit out all the kicks, the knocks on the microphone, or the steps on the floor. So I used this to reduce as much of the background noise. And before that,
Lamborghini game on the highway.
And after it. So before it,
Everybody know what she poppin'. Never do nothing for no nothing.
And after it.
Everybody know what she poppin'. Never do nothing for no nothing.
Now, right after this, I use this free little plugin by Xfer that is called ODT, and is a classic multi-band compressor inspired by one of the Ableton's live compressors. What it does essentially is extreme compression. It expands the frequencies downwards and upwards together, and it really adds the clarity on the vocal that I was looking for on the fly without having the need to go in depth and find the frequencies that I want, boost them, compress them, and EQ them. So I use this little plugin to make everything work fast. Before it,
Everybody know what she poppin'. Never do nothing for no nothing.
and after.
Everybody know what she poppin'. Never do nothing for no nothing. Liquor, cute face, icy necklace.
So this almost distorts the sound and makes the high frequencies pop out so hard that the compressor after has no other choice but compressing those frequencies together with a low, making them feel really, really tight. It takes special care to treat those vocals with such prominent high frequencies. This might lead to something really harsh on the ears. You don't want to do. Unless you're sure about what you're doing, use ODT on the vocals and go ahead, have fun with it, experiment, and you will find out what I'm talking about. Now, this is the last plugin of compression that I added.
Night I'm on my biter like a spider. Started like J-Fire, set that door on fire.
So this is the compressor that for some reason I messed up some of the settings. So let me go ahead and fix it right now.
Night I'm on my biter like a spider. Started like J-Fire, set that door on fire. Call my bluff and liar, lips so sweet like Gaia. Lexi booty louder, Lexi flexing diamond. Night I'm on my biter like a spider.
I pay extra attention to make the sound that comes in before the compressor and the sound that comes out to match the gain and the audible volume, not just the VU meters. I don't trust the digital VU meters, even though those are one of the best VU meters I have seen, and they're really accurate and they describe the intensity and the volume of the sound really good. I always use my ears as reference, and I mix the sound that comes before and after to sound exactly identical in loudness.
Night I'm on my biter like a spider. Started like J-Fire, set that door on fire. Call my bluff and liar, lips so sweet like Gaia.
After that, I am adding this FX rack that I use for and emulate the sends and the returns of an analog mixing console, but inside the same track. So what I do is I create a chain that represent one stream of audio, and another chain would represent the exact same stream of audio again. And to that audio signal, I add all my processing. In this case, I make it full. I use it as a whole complete reverb track that sounds like this. Then under that, I create another stream of sound that I named delay and only consists of the 100% wet signal of my delay. So as you can see, I have total control over my delay and my reverb, and putting them together will sound like that. And now I use those knobs to mix it in with the original vocal.
Night I'm on my bite it like a spider. Started like J-Fire, set that door on fire. Come.
So before the effects,
Night I'm on my bite it like a spider. Started like J-Fire, set that door on fire.
and after the effects.
Night I'm on my bite it like a spider. Started like J-Fire, set that door on fire.
And that's pretty much all about the lead vocal for Pink Flow. I had a similar approach on the Young Dime vocal.